You see that? That is dangerous, I'm telling you. This, folks, is dangerous. Not this, folks, but this, you guys. Go ahead and turn it off. I'll tell you why it's dangerous. I didn't think it was that big a deal when we first did it. First put those lights in there, all the LEDs. It's actually been doing that for a while because I'd put LED turn signals in the back, or bulbs in the back. One of the bulbs went out a while back. We got some LEDs and put them back there. It's been hyperflashing like that for a while now. I didn't care. I didn't worry about it too much. Didn't really bother me. I didn't think it flashed that fast. And then a couple weeks ago, I drove it to work because Misty and Barrett had to go to Nacogdoches for football camp. Took my truck the weekend. I drove this to work. I had 2 seizures on the way. I'm pretty sure I ran over a squirrel. We got to get this fixed. It's just ridiculous how fast that flashes, but I'll show you what we got here. We got some of these little, I guess they're just resistors. 50 watt at 6 ohms. This is little inline resistors we got to put in there. It is just these little resistors. And they just go in line. One goes to positive, or one leg. Let me get this out of here. One-handed is not going to be easy. But we'll get her. So one of these, you have to go put it on each corner. So wherever I got left, right, front, left, right, back, it don't matter. They're not position sensitive, but one leg here goes to ground, the other one goes to your flasher. We'll go over it once we get over there. So this should slow down the hyperflashing. And the reason it's hyperflashing, the LED bulbs don't draw any load. Not like an incandescent bulb. Incandescent bulbs, when they're powered, there's a load on there, resistance. So LEDs, they don't draw a load or a resistance. So when you put an LED in there and it's missing that load, the vehicle thinks that your incandescent bulb is burned out because there's no load. There's nothing, it doesn't think anything's happening. To let you know, a bulb on that side, be it left or right, has burned out. So it hyperflashes. So to fix that, we got to put that resistor in there to put a load back on that system, or at least that branch, to trick the vehicle into thinking that there's a functioning incandescent bulb back here. So they got to do one at the front left, front right, back left, back right. So we got 4 of them. 4 of them we got to put on. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put them little bad boys on there today. It's going to be me. I know I usually have Barrett do this stuff on his truck, but he's not here. They're in Wichita Falls today for football camp. I'm not there because it's going to be all day. And I got things I got to do today, and I got to get to bed early because I got to get up early in the morning for work, and blah, blah, blah. So, first thing I got to do is, I think we'll start at the front here. We'll get the grill off. Same process as when we did the, whatchamacallums, the LED headlights and fog light upgrade. Now this one over here, I just noticed a little bit ago, bulb came out of the bracket, and I'm going to put that one on. Barrett did this side, I did that side, so I don't know what happened there. I get here, it's missing a fastener. My fault. But let me get this grill off. You know the thing, I'm going to do one side at a time, so we can show you the difference between left and right, with and without the resistor. So we'll get the grill off, we'll do the driver's side, front and back, and then do the right side. We come to the back here, I got the tail light pulled off. A little more room back here, a little more light. So I got the tail light pulled off. It's just 2 fasteners over here. Pops off, get a little locking studs right here. But, so what we need to do, we need to find our ground, which should be black, and then our turn signal, which up front was a blue wire. So we're going to test these blue wire. Y'all can see it. And you can see down here I've got, so this is your brake and your turn signal and your tail light, and this is your backup. But I've got I've got LED floodlights down there. That's what these wires go to. Because really, these bulbs don't do jack squat. So the black is ground. It should be ground. We're going to check. I'm just going to take this X-Acto and just take a little bit off here so I can get my probe in there. So I can do it without taking off my finger. There we go. Now I see copper. And then we're going to go to blue because this should be your turn signal. And it's hot, so I got my multimeter. First I'm gonna check for ground. So let me find a good ground in here somewhere. Okay, that don't work, but that does. So I just went to the ground on the trigger, the 7-pin connector back here, something like that, and we got a ground. So we know the black is ground. So I'm gonna leave that there. Go back to turn the hazards. And then I'll go to 12 volts. Now light is bright. There we go. And there's your 12 volts. So it's going between 12 volts and 0 volts. So that's our turn signal. We know. Now that we know what's what, we can tap into these. These come with Scotch locks, but I'm not going to use Scotch locks. I'm going to use the weather tight connectors. And I've already cut or cleaned off a spot to to mount it. Now these things are supposed to be pretty hot when they're in use, but we shall see. It's just a flasher. We'll see how hot it gets. It's just, there was some 3M double-sided tape on the back. I'm going to mount it right here. If it falls off, it'll dangle, and then I'll come back and figure something else out. Probably some self-tappers, so it's not dangling around back here. But let me get this stripped out. Again, it doesn't matter which end goes where. Okay, well I guess that's really good. This is one strip it because they have this protective jacket on the outside. Can you see it? This doesn't want to strip it, so we'll see if we can cut it with this without cutting into the bumper. So that'll get it. Like that. Boom. One's gonna go here. Take our little crimpers. Get it on there. Get in there. Make sure it's on a hole and squeeze it and tug. Put it on there. Good. More on the blue. So we're gonna go blue. Tug it. Black. Yarn black. Good. That's it. I'll mount this up here like so. Shrink that up. Birds coming to get me. And that's mounted up nice. Now all we gotta do, before I put this back, I'm gonna do the front. I'm gonna do the front. Driver's side should be pretty easy. I already know which wire those are. I still need to heat shrink that. We've already done the front ones, at least not with this, but we already know which ones are which up there since we tapped in. In my last video, we did the 7-inch round headlights with the DRLs and the 7-inch headlights with the integrated DRLs and turn signals. So we've already tapped into those up there. So it should just be a matter of tapping into them again. We got our front headlight assembly, and here's our turn signal. And this white ring here, that's a integrated DRL plus turn signal. So you can see back here when we installed it, I've got this harness or this wire run over here and jump it into, like I said earlier on the back one. The blue is the turn signal, of course black is the ground. So now I need to jump her in. Where'd that other thing go? Well, that's some bull trash. We've got a resistor, we just need to wire it into here. I'm gonna go wire it in like this. And the black one here. And I'm gonna redo this too, so it's coming out the same way. So I gotta tap in. I don't want a bunch of splices in this one area, so I'm just gonna cut this one out as close to this as I can get. It is hot as mess in here. God dang, I need some airflow. There. Go ahead and cut this one. Good. Good. There. Gotta cut a little bit more off. While they're in there. All right. That's all in there. God dang. All right, that's all on there. Now I'm just gonna go put it over here, back on the truck, and we'll get it just loose set in there. We'll just get it hooked up and see what happens. Let me get this thing hooked up and, I don't know, it's hot. Got boob sweat now. All right, let me get this set back in there and plug back up. And we'll see if this works. I hope it does. It'd be embarrassing if it didn't. This goes over yonder. This goes here. This one goes here. Where'd the other plug go? Here. Too much crap in here. I ain't worried about the side marker. Just see if this all works. Don't you go nowhere. I'm just gonna loose set it in there. So this one is not wired up yet. It should still be the same. Let's see. There. Guess we don't want to hear Mary Morris and get. That worked. You can see this is the way it's supposed to flash. When I did the flasher before, I was doing both. Because that side was still unloaded, this side's loaded. Let me show you. This is the left, the driver. If you saw that side was flashing, still hyper flashing, this side's good now. So that's all there is to it. Now I gotta take this back off, clean all that up, put it back together, and then I gotta do the other side. So if I snap my finger on that thing one more time, I'm gonna throw it across this damn garage. That's all I'm gonna do for this video. That's how you fix the Hyperflash. That's one way to fix it. There's another company out there that makes another thing. It's a little fancier than this. This is just pretty basic. I think I paid 17 bucks for all four of these maybe. There's a company out there that makes them. This actual black box, got the wires coming out of it, and you just got pretty much a fancy Scotch lock. You just run your wires through it, crimp it down. It looks a lot nicer, I guess. It's a lot bulkier to hide, but it's 30 bucks for two. So to do all four, it takes 60 bucks. This cost me $17, and it worked just fine, as you can see. And I've got weather tight connector splices on there, so the other ones is just, like I said, it's a fancy Scotch lock. That's it for this one. It's pretty easy. Again, just make sure one wire's going to ground, the other side's going to your 12 volts, whatever it is you're trying to load up. For this one, it was the turn signal, which most time is what it is, Hyperflash. So make sure you're checking for that 12 volts on and off when your flashers are on. Again, it doesn't matter which side which. One goes to one goes to the other. And you got to have one for each LED bulb you have. So if you have a LED bulb here, and all the other ones are incandescent, you only need the one. Me, I've got LED, 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 4 corners. I need 4 of those, so now I just got 2 more to do. So I'm gonna get that knocked out. In the meantime, hope you guys learned something. Got any suggestions, anything I could improve on? Put it in the comments. Notice this morning I uploaded the last video I just uploaded, I guess, because I did it this morning. But I'm not seeing all my comments. I've got a program or an app on my phone that I can check updates and check progress or things like that. And it's supposed to show me all the comments, and I can filter out comments I've replied to or all, and I've got it where I've got all comments and I can reply to them right then. But apparently it's not showing all of them. I found one this morning when I got on the actual computer to upload that I hadn't responded to in 5 days, and I try to be real quick on responding. I don't do it all the time. I'm not on it every day. I've got a job to do, so. But I do like to respond to all of them. And like I said, I don't know why that one didn't show up. Even when I went on the actual YouTube website, it didn't show it. I had to actually go to the video that they actually replied to. And again, I wouldn't have known, but they replied to another video saying they replied to this other video. And I went back and found it. Sure enough, there was another comment on there. So I got to go through all my videos, apparently, check them for comments. But anyways, put your comments down there. Like it, subscribe it, share it with your friends and family. It's grandma friendly, so you can share it with her too. But as always, I appreciate it. Appreciate your time. Taking time out of your days to check out these videos. Hope you learned something. But I'm gonna finish this up, and then I'm gonna go in the house and get showered because I'm just dripping sweat. So we'll holler at you later.